we're at today?
Of the 4 University of California reserves in San Diego County.
Okay, cool. So can you tell us what's the name of this reserve and why is it important?
Okay, this is the Kendall Frost Mission Bay Marsh Reserve. That's its full name. And here we are on the north shore of Mission Bay. And this is the last remaining natural part of the shoreline. And it includes what was the estuary for Rose Creek. So Rose Creek used to run through here and nourish the marsh. And since the early 1900s, when there was a large storm which forced the creek to go straight, it was never allowed to meander back into the marsh. So first of all, it's a really important marsh. It has all of the elements from the lower marsh mud flats, which are unvegetated, and then the cordgrass, which supports the endangered Ridgway's rail, and all the channels that support feeding by birds like least terns. And as we come up through the marsh, we have the whole suite of species until we get to the upper edges, and then we don't have, or we didn't have, a transition zone to the upland, which is where the clapper rails that are resident here would come at the highest tides. And so what we've been doing here, this restoration, is to reestablish some transition zone, which is like the border around the wetland. And to sort of frame the marsh more realistically and more functionally. And the marsh is really important because it's the last remnant of what was 100 times larger marsh in Mission Bay.
So it was like, I heard it was like 4,000 acres before? Okay, and now it's about 40, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and what does a marsh do, like, for like say if you were to talk to like a 3rd grader, like what does a marsh do in our ecosystem? Why is
shooting this one of those little clip-on lenses?
Is it important?
So a marsh is like a sponge.
2 times high max oil.
So it absorbs water that's coming from upland, like in a storm, and releases it, cleans it and releases it into the bay. It also helps to absorb waves in during storms, but it also is a nursery for many important fish. All the young fish can hide from predators, bigger fish and birds in the little channels in the marshes. And the marsh also is a stopping point, like a restaurant on what's called the Pacific Freeway. The Pacific Flyway.
Oh like, yes, I've heard of the Pacific Flyway.
Yes. So what happens is, it's like right now we have a whole bunch of brant geese that are resting and feeding here. We have birds that fly all the way from the Antarctic to the Arctic and back that stop in these wetlands. So they're really,
In
really
this
important.
wetland right here, they actually, oh my God, all right.
Yes.
Wow, all right, so that's pretty big.